Good morning, my dear legendary students. Today we are going to discussing about welcome back to online webinar classes, Vasavi Degree College. This is Krishna, HOD of Geology. So today we are going to discussing about continued topic of blood clotting and blood coagulation. Okay, what is blood coagulation? Come on, tell me, anybody? What is blood coagulation? What is blood coagulation? Krishna, tell me.
The conversion of liquid blood into the semi-solid is called blood clotting or blood coagulation. It is to prevent the flow of blood. It will sealing of wound in the form of plug for defense of our body. Defense of body.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. The conversion of the liquid blood into semi-solid blood and to prevent the bleeding of blood, that is called blood clotting and blood coagulation. And my audible visible, Mishra, Adiba, Vikas, Varun.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. So this blood clotting, yesterday we are discussing. First, the blood clotting process was discovered by Moravich scientists in 1903. What are the theories are there? Blood clotting. Number one, Best and Tyler's theory. Best and Tyler's theory we discussed. And next one, uh, today we are going to discussing about this Howell's theory. Right? So blood clotting, blood coagulation, blood coagulation theories. That is number one, Best and Taylor theory completed. Best and Taylor's theory completed. So today we are going to discussing about Howell's theory. Howell's theory. So this is a very important Howell's theory. Howell's theory, right? What is Howell's theory in blood clotting or blood clotting mechanism and blood coagulation? So according to Howell's theory, the alone calcium only to responsible for the conversion of prothrombin into thrombin. The conversion of the prothrombin into thrombin, only the calcium is responsible. Only the calcium is responsible. So that is only alone calcium to convert into prothrombin into thrombin. That is responsible. Why? Because here, especially for in the blood, antithrombin is present. What ma? Antithrombin is present. Antithrombin is present. This antithrombin to prevent the should not conversion of the prothrombin into thrombin because of should not activation of the thrombin. Should not activation of thrombin because of antithrombin is present. If the antithrombin is present, the thrombin should not form. The prothrombin should not convert into thrombin. So only calcium is responsible. So because of there is no here factors are involved, right? That is very important. Now, so these antithrombin, whether the blood cells are injured, the blood cells are injured, the skin is damaged, in that place, okay, sometimes required. Few of the time takes place, it will take a little bit of time. Then after, what happened now? See here, remembering one thing. So from that place, okay, you know very well, that is from blood cells, from cork cells. Okay, so these blood cells from the blood cells are injured. In that place, what happened now? So, or what happened? We should call it tissue injured. Tissue injured. Our blood cells are damaged. From that place, a little bit time takes place. From that place, cephalin should be what ma? Cephalin should be produced. cephalin. This cephalin is to neutralize the antithrombin. This cephalin to neutralize what happened? Antithrombin. Antithrombin. This cephalin to neutralize the antithrombin. What happened? To allose the calcium. To allose the calcium from tissue, you know very well, tissue to plasma, plasma to this mechanism, right? In that condition, these antithrombin, cephalin to neutralize, okay, and calcium should be allosed. The calcium should be allosed. This calcium which is responsible for conversion of conversion of prothrombin into what happened now? Sothrombin. Conversion of prothrombin into thrombin. This is very, very important. So ultimately we know very well the thrombin which is to convert some. Okay, here just now I told according to Howell's theory, the calcium is only, the alone calcium should be only which is responsible for the conversion of the prothrombin into thrombin only. Because of what happened here, antithrombin is present. These antithrombin should not activate the prothrombin into thrombin. Okay, now should not conversion of the prothrombin into thrombin. Okay, so only calcium which is responsible. So this antithrombin, what happened? Neutralize. It's the neutralize of antithrombin. That's why only calcium to allose from plasma to blood corpuscles, right? This cephalin to allose the calcium, this cephalin to neutralize the antithrombin. In that condition, calcium is activated. This calcium, so calcium is which factor? Fourth factor. This calcium to convert the prothrombin into thrombin, right? So this thrombin, you know very well. What happened? So to convert the fibrinogen, into that is fibrinogen, right? Which factor fibrinogen? First factor, na? First inactive factor of fibrinogen to conversion into fibrin. Factors are formed. Okay, so these group of fibrin threads, are formed. That is called clot. The clot should be sealed by, plug should be formed, the bleeding should be stopped. So this is a mechanism of Howell's theory. This mechanism of Howell's theory, very, very important. So it is similar to Western-Taylor's theory, of course, but in the Western-Taylor's theory, 4 factors are involved for the blood coagulation. But here, directly calcium is involved. Indirectly, what happened now? So thromboplastin not involved here. Thromboplastin not involved here. Number 1, very, very important. Okay, so that is very, very important. What happened now? So according to Howell's theory, you know very well. So from the damaged tissue injured from the blood corpuscles, cephalin should be, after a little bit of time injured, the cephalin should be released. This cephalin should be neutralized, and then what happened? The calcium should be allosed from plasma. So this calcium to activate the prothrombin into active thrombin and inactive prothrombin into thrombin, and these thrombin is not stable. These thrombin should convert the fibrinogen into fibrin. So in the presence of thrombin, a group of fibrin threads are formed. So that the blood should be clot. So that is important about what happened according to Howell's theory. Right? Thank you. Next one, let us go to third theory. Howell's theory is completed. Okay, Howell's theory is completed. Second one, Howell's theory completed. Next, third one, fold and spiral theory. Fold and Spiro's theory. Fold and Spiro's theory, what happened here? Fold and Spiro's theory, according to this theory, so mainly 4 factors are involved. What are the four factors, ma? Already told you. What are the four factors for the four factors are involving for the blood coagulation? What are those? Number one. Number one, fibrinogen. Number two, prothrombin.
Those
Number
are fibrinogen, prothrombin, thromboplastin, and calcium.
very good. But here, remembering one thing, see what happened Ford and Spiro's theory, these four factors are involved. What are the four factors? Number one factor, that is fibrinogen. Fibrinogen. Number two, what is ma? Number two factor, that is what ma? Prothrombin. Prothrombin. Number three factor, okay, that is thromboplastin replacement. Thromboplastin third, na beta? The thromboplastin replaced. Thromboplastin replaced that is called thrombokinase. What ma? That is called thrombokinase. This is very, very important. Okay? Thromboplastin is replaced. Number four, what ma? Calcium. So according to Fold and Spiro's theory, only the thromboplastin is replaced by what happened na? Thrombokinase. That is very important. Same mechanism is same. What is the mechanism of Fold and Spiro's theory? Fold and Spiro's theory, according to this theory, four factors are involving. What are the four factors, beta? Fibrinogen, number one. Number two, prothrombin. Number three, thrombokinase. Number four, calcium. Right? Now, mechanism. We are going to, according to Spiro's, okay, according to Fold and Spiro's mechanism, you know very well. So, what are the mechanism? Come on, tell me. So, the mechanism, you know very well. According to this mechanism, you know very well. So, what are the first? So, blood platelets are, what happened? Platelets are damaged. Okay, so blood platelets are damaged. Blood platelets are damaged. Okay, so or platelets we can call it. Come on, tell me, thrombocytes. Come on, tell me, thrombocytes. So these blood platelets or thrombocytes are damaged. Blood platelets and thrombocytes are damaged. So in that place, what happened now? From that place, here damage. Okay, damage from these platelets. What happened now? Thrombokinase should be produced. What now? Thrombokinase. Thrombokinase should be produced, right? These thrombokinase, what happened, ma? This is the which factor? Thrombokinase. Come on, tell me. Thrombokinase, which factor?
Fourth factor.
No. Third factor, beta. Fourth calcium, na? Fourth calcium, na, beta? So that is third factor.
Sir, yes, sir. Third factor.
This thrombokinase to be produced from the blood platelets and thrombocytes, right? These thrombokinase, what happened now? To activate the five, that means what happened now? Prothrombin. Prothrombin means which factor? Prothrombin which factor?
Second factor.
Second inactive factor. So the thrombokinase to activate the inactive prothrombin into what happened now? In the presence of calcium. The presence of calcium. Calcium is which factor? Fourth factor. Calcium is which factor, man? Fourth factor. So these prothrombin convert into activate by the influence of thrombokinase. That is what happened now? Thrombin should be formed. What ma? Thrombin should be formed. Right. This is a thrombin is a activate. Thrombin is what ma? It is a activate thrombin. These activate thrombin. Here nothing but activate. These active thrombin should activate the what happened now? So first factor, that is fibrinogen. Fibrinogen got first inactive factor. Fibrinogen what ma? First inactive factor. These to activate the thrombin should be activate the first inactive factor of fibrinogen into fibrin. Fibrin. Okay, now group of fibrin should be formed. That should be clot. The clot should be formed by plug. The clot should be followed by the plug should be formed. The blood should be what happened now? You know very well. The blood should be stop. Bleeding should be stopped. The blood should be stopped. That is called bleeding stop. This is called what happened ma? So fold and spirostheory. Fold and spirostheory, very important. Okay, now clear? I hope understand. Come on, tell me what is fold and spirostheory. Bushra, tell me. Bushra.
According to fold
Tell me.
factors are involving the clotting.
Your voice.
Second is prothrombin and thrombokinase. Fourth one is calcium. Hello.
Tell me.
Am I clear, sir?
Yes.
Okay. The four factors are completed. Next, when the blood platelets are damaged, the thrombocytes, when it is damaged, then that condition that thrombokinase will be produced. This thrombokinase will be activate the prothrombin, which is present in the inactive stage, and with that, and this thrombin will activate the brain. Is formed as a clot, formed and stopped. Blood clotting will be happen.
Okay, nice. Thank you very much, Bushra. And Adipa, Pavitra, and Rajita, Vikas, Sushmita. Get ready for next mechanism. I would like to say total mechanism. You must be say that one, right? Compulsory means cheppali, right? So what is that mechanism? Fold and spirostheory is completed. Next one, what happened, ma? That is next mechanism. That is fourth mechanism. That is what ma? Cascade theory. Cascade theory. So cascade theory. This cascade theory was discovered by. This cascade theory was discovered by so what ma? Biggs. Biggs and McFarlane scientists. What ma? So Biggs and McFarlane scientist. So that is a scientist in 1966. 1966. Cascade theory. So right. So very important ma. So that is a fourth theory. That is the theory was very important theory. That is third mechanism. Fourth mechanism. So what ma? Cascade. Cascade theory. This cascade theory was, so board is visible, Bushra? Adiba?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. This cascade theory, remembering one thing, huh? This cascade theory discovered by Biggs and what happened, McFarlane. So that is called McFarlane. McFarlane scientist in 1966. In 1966. According to this cascade theory, Biggs and McFarlane theory, so total how many factors are involving? The 13 factors are involving. What are the 13 factors? Okay, so number one, what are 13 factors? According to this theory, how many factors? 13 factors are involved for the mechanism. How many factors, man? 13 factors are involved. So very important. What are those 13 factors, right? So number one. What are, man? Number one, you know very well. So first factor. Here you must be right. Factor and what happened, ma'am? So name, common name. So that is called what, ma'am? Common name. Okay, common name. Right? Must be right here. Okay, so here what are the important factors, ma'am? 13 factors are involving. So I would like to say here cascade theory. Cascade theory. Cascade theory. Okay. Cascade theory. Cascade theory, that is Biggs and McFarlane scientist. Okay. How many factors, ma'am? How many factors involving? 13 factors are involving for that. How many factors, beta? 13 factors are involved. What are those 13 factors, right? Here, factor, then common name. Very, very important. Factor and common name. Right? What are the factors or the common name? Right. Number one factor, that is very important. Come on, tell me. Fibrinogen. What, ma? Fibrinogen. Number one factor, what, beta? Fibrinogen. Number two, what? Prothrombin. Prothrombin, number one. Number two. Okay. Number three, thromboplastin. What, ma? Number three, thromboplastin. So, number four, what? Come on, tell me. Calcium. Number four, what, beta? Calcium. Very, very important.
Number 4, calcium.
Number five, proaxillarine. Proaxillarine. Number six, okay, axillarine. Okay. Number seven, converting. Seven. Number eight, what happened, ma'am? AHF, nothing but anti-hemophilic factor. This is very, very important. This is also called K vitamin factor. Which one, ma? K vitamin factor, anti-hemophilic factor. Right? So AHF means what, beta? Anti-hemophilic factor. Right? So very, very important thing. Next, ninth one, what happened, ma? Christmas factor. What, ma? Ninth one, Christmas factor. What, ma? Christmas factor. Okay. Next, 10th one, Stewart factor. Okay. Next, okay. Next, 11th one, PTA. What is, ma? PTA. Plasmothromboplastine antecedent. Okay. PT nothing but plasmothromboplastine antecedent. What, beta? So this is audible, this is visible, Bushra? 11th one visible?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Plasma.
Yes, sir.
Thromboplastine Antecedent. That's why it's called PTA. PTA means plasmothromboplastine. PTA nothing but P nothing but plasma. T nothing but thromboplastin. A nothing but antecedent. Okay, this is the 11th factor. 11th factor. Next one. What one? Next. What one? 12th factor. 12th factor. That is Hageman factor. Hageman factor. What ma? Hageman factor. Okay. Next one ma? 13th factor. Fibrin stabilizing factor. FSF. FSF is what? Fibrin stabilizing factor. Fibrin stabilizing factor. Okay. So what ma? FSF is what? Fibrin stabilizing factor. FSF nothing but 5 minutes of what ma? Fibrin stabilizing factor. What beta? Fibrin stabilizing factor. So this is very important thing. What ma? So come on, tell me how many factors are involving according to basket theory, according to cascade theory. Come on, tell me. So once I repeat, get ready for Pavitra, Vikas, Sushmita, Adiba. I would like to ask you. Okay, what are the factors? First factor, fibrinogen. Second factor, prothrombin. Third factor, thromboplastin. And fourth factor, calcium. And fifth factor, pro-auxiliary. Sixth factor, auxiliary. So seventh factor, converting. Okay, and eighth factor, AHF, anti-hemophilic factor. Okay, ninth one, Christmas factor. 10th one, Stewart factor. What happened, man? So 11th one, PTA, plasmothromboplastine antecedent. And 12th one, Hackman factor. And 13th one, fibrin stabilizing factor. Fibrin stabilizing factor. Okay, fibrin stabilizing factor. Remembering one thing. So, what, ma?
12th factor.
12th, Hackman factor. HEGA. HEGA, Hackman factor. So, 13th one, fibrin stabilizing factor. Okay. So, these are the factors are involving. Sushmita, tell me.
Sir,
What?
what, sir?
So, I would like to, Adiba, tell me what are the factors, 13 factors are involving. What are those? Come on, tell me fast. Tell me, Adiba. Adiba. Sushmita, tell me.
Fibrinogen, prothrombin, thromboplast, calcium, procellular acelerin, convertant, AHF, Christmas factor, starter factor, plasma, thromboplast, Hegman factor, fibrin stabilizer factors.
Sir, mute lo uన్నా. Voice రావట్లేదు సార్. సార్ వాయిస్ రావట్లేదు
సార్
సార్.
మ్యూట్ లో పెట్టారు సార్.
Because Bushra, anybody can say
What, sir?
factors 9. I am asking about total 13 factors. Okay, remembering one thing, these 13 factors are very, very important. If 13 factors are known and mechanism very easy, in that mechanism, cascade mechanism, mainly two mechanisms are there. One is intrinsic pathway and extrinsic pathway. According to these Biggs and Farman theory, two mechanisms are there, intrinsic pathway and extrinsic pathway. Before that, you must be remembering these totally all 13 factors, note out, remembering, and tomorrow we'll discussing about that factors. Okay, with the help of these factors we'll go to mechanism. Biggs and Farman theory mechanism, two pathways are there, intrinsic pathway and extrinsic pathway. Tomorrow we'll discussing about that mechanism. And today the session is completed. Thank you very much for your your support. For I respect your time, and thank you very much. Okay, this is Krishna, HOD of Zoology, signing out.